Hey, I'm Shar, and welcome to Looking Beyond the Veil. It's been a long time since I've come out and put out any content here, except for our live streams. So I thought I'd come out and chat with you for a while. Now, as you know, this is a learning channel. This is a place where I get to say how I feel, and also a place where you can put down in the comment section below how you feel. Okay, so today we're going to talk about being in the present moment. Meditation, contemplation, being here, being now. And you know what? Even though it should be a very easy thing for us to just say, okay, here I am, we're never really here, are we? We're always somewhere else. The mind gets us going, like in places, and sound gets us going in places. Now, in being in the now, I went out on my balcony early this morning and I'm sitting there and I thought, okay, so I'm going to come right into the present moment because there is no other moment. Everything else is illusion. It's non-existent. There's only now. And I was reminded of this story that I heard about, it's a Buddhist story about a master and his student. And the student came to the master and he said, "Master, tell me, how do I find Zen?" And the master said, "Do you hear that mountain stream off in the distance?" And the student listened. Listening. No, master, I don't hear it. He said, "Well, practice." So every day the student practiced. He'd go to that same spot and he'd sit there and he'd listen. And he'd hear the wind through the trees, through the bushes. He'd hear the hundreds of different kinds of birds calling and singing. Day after day after day after day, he sat quiet, listening for the mountain stream. And then one day he heard it. Oh, such excitement. He ran to the master and he said, "Master, I have heard the mountain stream." And the master looked at him and said, "Now begin." So even in all his labors, even in day after day after day, just listening, trying to block out other sounds to listen to the mountain stream. And finally, when he did hear it, he was overjoyed, only to find out that it was just the beginning. So I thought, what am I going to try to hear? And suddenly I heard a dove. Cuckoo, coo, coo, coo. Cuckoo. Coo, coo, coo. Just this lonely, wailing call. Always so sad, because it doesn't seem to ever be answered. Just this one calling and calling. And I said, the dove. I am going to only hear the dove. So as I'm listening, totally present and in the now, car went by, my mind, car. I heard a prop plane fly past. That sounds like a twin engine prop plane. Prop plane, car. No, what was I listening for? Okay, wait, there's a dove. Okay, listening for the dove. Man across the road began to cough. Oh my goodness, that's a nasty cough. I hope he's okay. Prop plane. Car. Wait, where was I? Oh yeah, the dove, the coo. I'm looking for the coo. We're listening. It is so difficult to still the mind. This is something that's not done overnight, that's for sure. to constantly practice in order to shut out all other sounds, people, noises, animals, dogs barking, people coughing, prop planes, cars, trucks. To be able to shut everything out and only hear what you're focusing on. It's very freaking hard. It's very hard. I gotta tell you, I got a long way to go because my mind is just so active. I had people popping in and out, friends popping in and out, family popping in and out. I had Phoenix Rising popping in and out with that song, and then Vendetta popped in with, oh, I love that song, Dance Monkey. And then Dance Monkey came in, my Dance Monkey, Dance Monkey. So, wait, what am I doing? Wait, where was I? The constant having to bring yourself back from the mind. It's just so difficult when it should be just so easy. You know, animals do it. Animals are constantly in the present moment. If there's a noise, they immediately. But because they have fight or flight, because an animal is a wild creature, we're not wild creatures. We have this ability to be able to shut everything out and to only concentrate on what it is that we're listening for. So, the question is, do you hear the mountain stream? Do you hear the coo of the dove? I was taken away from that coo so many times, and so quick. Bam, 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 bam. Truck, squirrel, bird, but not the bird I was looking for. It's just so hard. Cat, dog, plane. The mind is just constantly busy, like right now, immediately. A bird flew, 2 birds flew, immediately. What was that? You know, but I'm not in a meditation right now, so it is hard to do. Hard to do. I respect those people who can do it and not get distracted. But one thing I will say that I have had on my mind about meditation is that, you know, for those of you who astral project, for those of you who astral travel, you have noticed that there is a silver cord between you and your body that is attached to you and your body. And it's very, very wise to be in a completely silent environment where you will not be disturbed if you're planning on traveling or projecting. Because a loud noise can, very likely will, sever that cord, and you'll be lost. And your body, of course, won't have you in it. I don't know if that would be a coma or death. I'm not sure, but if the spirit is lost, and I don't know what happens to the body. But when you're in deep meditation, also, I wonder if you really have to be very, very careful also. Now, while I was trying to go into the present moment and listen to the coo of the dove, there was a loud noise. And that loud noise, a lot of people will say it startled you. It startled me. And I was in like complete concentration of listening, of being in the present moment. And then when I heard this loud noise, I jumped. And I tell you, my heart was racing. I was like, wow. I wonder if I somehow, if I had been projecting, I would have probably severed the cord. But I kind of wonder sometimes if being in the present moment while you're training, while you're learning, and you still can't shut out sound, until you can shut out sound, I would say if you're going to meditate, do it in a very, very quiet spot where there won't be a loud noise. And I've often wondered, like if you're scrolling on your phone or you're looking at TikTok shorts or Facebook shorts. I was speaking with Phoenix Rising last night, and she said that she'll just look through a couple, and before she knows it, hours have gone by. If we can focus that kind of energy that we have in gaming or scrolling through texts or binge watching TV, if you can focus that energy into technology, then you can focus that energy into you. So if hours are going by and you say, oh, I never got anything done because I've been on the friggin' phone all day scrolling and texting, and the time that we have wasted in technology, watching sometimes the silliness that other people are putting out there. If we could take that time and just sit quiet and say, you know, this is going to be very, very good for me. I got to take the time to be quiet. I got to take the time to just meditate on something or contemplate on something, or just come into the now, the present moment. And it's hard because we've been conditioned to believe that if we're just sitting and coming into the present moment, then we get antsy, we get shifty, we can't keep still, we're always moving, we're always doing something, you know. Some fall asleep. I'm bored. And before you know it, you're picking up your phone, and it's almost like when you're watching a movie and you're eating and you're mindlessly eating. We mindlessly reach out, pick up that phone, and we start scrolling. Before we know it, we've only spent like 1 or 2 minutes into the present moment before we got, oh, I can't do this, or I'm bored, or it's so hard. I want you to take 5 minutes. Set an alarm on your phone right now. Set an alarm for 5 minutes and just sit. Come into the present moment. Try to shut the mind out. What are you doing? Why are you just sitting here? You know, you should be doing this. Or, oh, I just heard my phone text and somebody texted me. I got a friend that does that. As soon as someone calls her or she gets a text message, immediately she just grabs the phone. No, you let it go. Let it go. You don't have to know right away. I'm sure it's not life-threatening. So, this is what I found out this morning, is that it's very, very hard for me to meditate. It's very hard for me to keep my mind on one thing. And I will say I want to thank Spirit, though, because there's a reason for all things. And the reason, I guess, this morning was to come out and tell you that, yeah, it's difficult. But try with all your might. Try. Okay? Okay. Thanks a lot. We'll talk to you next time. Namaste.